Hey there guys, welcome back to the brand new Flick Pick live show where the rules of reality don't matter. And the only thing that does is having 3 ice cubes, no more, no less in your drink. Nevertheless, this is it. Don't get scared now, guys. Thank you for coming back once again, hanging out with me for another live show. I hope you guys have some popcorn, something cold to drink. I have a deliciously gross peach-flavored mango Bang energy drink. It's the only one I had. I didn't want to drink it, but here I am. But nevertheless, hey, it's Friday night. I was going to call this Friday Night Flick Pick, but that felt a little bit too self-indulgent. But this is the live show where you guys dictate the conversation. You guys guide me where you want to go, and I talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, because that is your freedom. And nevertheless, check out the Flick Pick sticker right there. I like it. They cost $49.99, and I'll ship it to your door, and I'll sign the back of it. I'll even lick it for you if you want. I'm just joking. Half that's not true. All right, let's dive into the questions here, guys. And I want some good questions tonight. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. I have nothing better to do, and I hope you don't either. And we can just talk about movies and hang out. That's what this is all about. All right, Claudio Rogajan. You said your goal was to not turn your head. Oh, yes. I thought you were doing a Batman reference there for a second. Yeah, my goal back when working out, I believe I said multiple times that I wanted to get so big that I couldn't turn my head. I wanted my neck to be so fat and bloated I wanted my neck to look like a ballpark Frank hot dog after you put it in the microwave for too long and it pops. And then one day I was like, wow, this just is not a good look anymore. To be honest, chicks don't really dig it. Like, they sort of do. There's like a very small demographic that do, but the majority just kind of like you in shape. And I was like, you know what? And plus I feel better now. Like I just don't get sweaty when I'm talking any longer. So yeah, you are right. I did say that. But you know what? That phase has passed, and now I just want to be leaner and meaner. Taylor Goodwin, you see The Rock just came out with an energy drink. No, I did not. I did not see that. What is it? What's the brand name called? I mean, The Rock has everything. He has liquor. He has an energy drink. I mean, really, it's not like he came out with it. Some company that was producing the energy drink just came up with enough money to pay him to be the front man for it. But nevertheless, I do enjoy The Rock. I do enjoy energy drinks, and I bet that'll be pretty successful. I'll check it out. Maybe I'll do a review on it. All right. Carter Lovejoy. Did you see the promo pics for Space Jam 2 that dropped recently? People are complaining on Twitter that Lola Bunny isn't hot. I did see one picture of LeBron James, and I thought I saw Lola Bunny in one of the pictures. Yeah, not as hot. You know, used to be a 10 out of 10. Now she's like maybe a 7.5 out of 10. And that's just not right, you know? Whenever I see an animated bunny, I should be, you know, sexually excited. Oh, God. There's so many furries out there. So disappointed today. I was never really a fan of her. I was always more of a fan of the girl in the Goofy movie. And as a kid, I was always a huge fan of... God, are we really having this conversation right now? Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit was the end-all be-all. All right? We're only 2 minutes into the live stream. We're already talking. Oh, gosh. It's going to be a long night. In Holmes, 25. Flick Master Flex. I like that. Have you tried getting any of these energy drink companies to sponsor one of your live streams? They all definitely get some extra exposure during them. Also, have you found Rain's White Gummy Bears yet? I have not found Rain's Gummy Bears yet. Where do they sell those gummy bears at? I'm a huge fan of gummy bears. I just haven't found them, or I forgot they existed until the last live stream someone mentioned them. So no, I haven't found them yet. As far as getting sponsored by an energy drink, I was sort of sponsored by, I don't know where it's at now. There was an energy drink powder somebody sent me, and I promoted it on Instagram. It was really good. I don't think it was Gamer Fuel. It was something else. I had the bottle setting somewhere. I don't know. But that was the closest I got. I haven't reached out, but I just did a sponsored video for The Walking Dead. That's on the Flickpick channel now if you want to watch it. It just gave me a chance to talk about The Walking Dead. And you know what? There was a comment that sort of irritated me on that video. Someone said, do you actually watch The Walking Dead, or are you only doing this because you're getting paid? And yes, it's cool to get paid, but yeah, I used to religiously watch The Walking Dead. And sure, it fell off for like multiple seasons. But then I got back into rewatching it since the pandemic started, because there's nothing, like, I just ran out of shit to watch. And what Amber and I would do is we would occasionally watch The Walking Dead, the newer seasons, as we laid in bed. It was just like, it's like baby food. It's just like comfort food. You can just watch Daryl, in the zombie apocalypse, zombies happening. I mean, there's a lot of like overly dramatized melodrama going on, but yeah, I do watch The Walking Dead. I don't know why that comment offended me deeply, but it's like I've made videos in the past about The Walking Dead. All right, let's keep going. James Doshier, Hey John, have you seen Liar Liar? Yes, of course I've seen Liar Liar. Yes, fuck yes I have. What are you doing? I'm kicking my ass. I love Liar Liar. That's a great concept, and I thought that was a great movie for Jim Carrey in that time. It's the Claw, and then his stepdad does it, and he just looks at him all awkward like. Yeah, I really enjoyed Liar Liar. I remember when we rented it on VHS for the first time, actually. That's how I saw it. I never got to see it in theaters. Obed Arzaga. I was a fan of the girl from El Dorado movie. Cool. I haven't seen it. Was it good? What's it about? When did it come out? What was the new Tom Holland movie? The really bad Tom Holland movie that comes out today. The one that was delayed for like 5 years. I need to watch that at some point. Rich the Savior. John, when is your energy drink brand coming out? Let's call it Flicking Energy, or Flicktastic Energy. Maybe flick my testosterone into the stratosphere energy might be too long. I like the last title there. I do like that actually a lot. I would just call it man juice. That's what I would call. I would call it man juice. Who wouldn't buy a can of man juice to drink it just once? I mean, come on. I know I would. God, I'm going to make that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it in my bathtub. And then I will put it into like water bottles, used water bottles, and I'll sell it on eBay. It'll be called man juice. Would you buy that? Be honest. It'll take you places, but I didn't say it's places you wanted to go. Jordan, favorite Sam Raimi movie outside of the Spider-Man and Evil Dead trilogies? There's always a few Sam Raimi movies I forget that Sam Raimi made. Let's look up Sam Raimi's filmography. There's always one I forget. Oh, that was a bad one. Yeah, I would say Darkman. Did he direct A Simple Plan? Is that the one I always forget about? Yeah, I love A Simple Plan. That's actually a really underrated movie. I would say Simple Plan or maybe Darkman. Do you guys remember? Do you remember when he directed Oz the Great and Powerful? I did a review on that when it came out. What a terrible movie! Like, why even make that? Like, you can make a Wizard of Oz-esque movie, a fantastical, fun movie, and that's the shit you crap out. I just remember the scene in Oz where they're walking down the yellow brick road, and it literally looks like everyone's on like a treadmill walking with a green screen behind them. It was so bad. Luke O'Neill. Hey, John. Only 2 weeks till Justice League. Are you excited? I am. Well, excited. Yes, excited. I'm also afraid. Now, I am trying to get an early screening of the movie, and it would only be a few days early. But, an early jump start on that movie all the better, because I do want to review that movie. I really do. If ever there's a movie I'm ever going to review, it'll be the Justice League Snyder Cut. But I'm going to tell you right now, unless you suck that movie's dick, people are going to hate you. I'm just putting it out there. There is such a cult following. That movie's almost a religion to people right now, to where I have this fear, and I'm going to say this right in the beginning of the review, that unless this movie gets an A+, and any criticism you have, even if it's completely justified, there are going to be a group of people that just lose their shit, because this movie is like, this is the second coming to them. This needs to be the best thing ever, and I feel like even if it's okay, it's still going to get a lot of praise. I just want it to be entertaining. But it's 4 hours long. That's a long movie. I don't know if it's going to have enough substance to fill up those 4 hours. Like, I have no doubt that Zack Snyder is going to have a lot of cool visual scenes throughout those 4 hours. I have no doubt. But the thing is, you have to connect those visual scenes with a story that progresses with pacing. And so those are my concerns. But I am looking forward to it. It'll definitely be an experience. I almost want to do a live stream of watching the movie. I might fucking do that. But it's so hard to live stream and then watch a movie, so I don't want it to sort of taint the experience. I don't know. Would you guys join me for a live stream of the Justice League? It'd just be like a 4-hour live reaction to me watching it. Anyway, let me know. All right. The next one comes from Charles Taff. Better sequel, Batman and Robin or Jaws the Revenge? I'm going to go Batman and Robin. I'm sorry. It's a shit-stained movie, but I really enjoy that shit stain. I mean, it's like it's pure entertainment at this point. You know, it's like the worst Batman movie that we ever got. But if it wasn't for Batman and Robin, we never would have went the direction of Nolan's Batman Begins. So for that, I say thank you. So it's a great comedy movie, nevertheless, with Batman in it. Jaws the Revenge is just like really bad. I mean, it's like it barely has Jaws in it. The characters are boring, and from what I remember, there was not one redeeming quality about that movie. And for some odd reason, I do remember as a kid, my mom and I would always go to this video rental store in Fort Wayne, Indiana called Delmar Video. And it was a huge video store, and I wish I would have like done a tour video of it. It shows up in a few older Flick Trip videos. I go there. If you watch the Flick Trip video called like Triple X, because they had the biggest Triple X selection ever. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I remember renting Jaws the Revenge though as a kid and just thinking it was so bad. Charlie Brown 69 mentioned I missed someone's super chat, but I answered it. So don't worry. Don't worry. Sometimes I skip over things and go back. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't get scared. Unglitch 2014 RoboCop or Terminator Genesis. Okay, that's a good comparison. Both sort of are soulless and lack anything that made the originals great. I would say the 2014 RoboCop to me, well, gosh, they're both so bad. I mean, neither have any rewatchability. I would say the 2014 RoboCop honestly was a slightly more watchable movie than Terminator Genesis because it felt like it was sort of trying. I don't like the lead actor in the 2014 RoboCop, but I did like that they put Michael Keaton in the movie as the villain. Terminator Genesis just whenever you put a movie in there with Jai Courtney and Jason Clarke and just like the plot just ends halfway through the movie, I'm going to go with RoboCop on that. If I had to pick, I'd go with RoboCop. Random Commando 41. By the way, speaking of RoboCop, dude, I just watched RoboCop 2, and it's been a few years. I watch it every maybe 3-4 years. But RoboCop 2, man, it's not better than the original, but it's pretty damn good. It almost has more fun than the original. Like, it just has more stuff in it. And I love it. Like, the villain Kane, they all do drugs in the movie. It's called Nuke. and the best scene in cinema history is the RoboCop scene in RoboCop 2, where they're testing out new versions of RoboCop and they can't get it right, so they all botch. Oh man, you can't top that shit. All right. Rando Commando 41. What's one of your favorite books that are now a movie? One of my favorite books that are now a movie? I mean, Shawshank's a novella, and I do remember reading it a long time ago. And I actually think the movie of Shawshank's probably a little bit better than the book. I'm really trying to think, like, one of my favorite books that the movie turned out to be pretty good. I remember reading The Outsiders and liking the movie. That's probably one. I do remember reading the book. It was called I forget the movie, The Meg, with Jason Statham. There was a book by the writer, I think his name is Robert Alton, and the book was called, I don't think the book was called The Meg. It was, so maybe it was. I remember reading it and thinking this would be the greatest movie ever made, because it would be an epic movie. The book wasn't all stupid and over the top like the Jason Statham, The Meg movie. It was like really awesome. Like there was a undersea laboratory in the trench, and it just felt like a huge spectacle, like a $200 million, $300 million movie. And that's not what we got. And I was really disappointed by that. Rich the Savior. Do you remember the Green Hornet film with Seth Rogen? I do. I liked that film. What's wrong with me? Should I work out as penance? Yes, you should. 3 push-ups right now. Yeah, I didn't hate the Green Hornet either. I actually was surprised at how entertaining it sort of was. Now, going back upon revisit, it's not that great. It sort of gets boring. Seth Rogen's shtick gets old really quick. But his sidekick, originally played by Bruce Lee. What was his sidekick's name? Kano? It's not. What is it? Kano's from Mortal Kombat. What was the sidekick's name in Green Hornet? Someone remind me. Kato. That's it. I knew I had to remember. He was pretty awesome in the movie. And that actor didn't go on to do a lot more that I thought he would. Yeah, the Green Hornet was okay. He had some cool ideas. Christoph Waltz was in the movie, so I mean that was a plus. But In Homes 25. Yeah, I had to order the Rain White gummy bears on Amazon as a pack of 12. Laugh aloud. I haven't seen it in stores yet. It's good though. All right, man. I'll check them out on Amazon. That sounds good. I could eat some gummy bears right now. I wish I had them. The only thing I have downstairs is old Chipotle. Luke O'Neill. Was I the only one kind of let down by WandaVision? I told you guys you'd be fucking let. I knew it. 8 episodes ago. Everyone would be let down with that shit. I knew it. I could just tell. I was like, this is gonna be like a waste of time to watch this. I was just like, it's gonna lead to nothing. I knew it. I knew it would be just filler fluff. Some people like it though. I mean, there were a few cool episodes of WandaVision. Now, keep in mind, I haven't watched the last 3 episodes, but I do know how it ends. And I just knew it was going that direction. And if you liked it, that's awesome. Or if you were entertained by it, that's awesome as well. I knew it wasn't leading to this like mind-blowing event. I just knew it wasn't going there, which is why I was like, I don't even want to waste my time with it. I liked the concept of like living through the decades. I mean, you could sort of guess how the show was going to go by like the 3rd episode. I was like, okay, that's the villain, the next door neighbor, and then they're going to have the sitcom reality, and she's making her own reality, and eventually she'll snap out of it, and blah, blah, blah. There'll be a villain and laser beams and shit. So, yeah, I'm not going to watch it, but I'm glad people did, but I knew I wouldn't be satisfied with it. But I will say this. I did like the Malcolm in the Middle Halloween episode. I did like that. Like, the tone was everything. Like, anything that's a throwback to the 90s, I really enjoy. Battle Cats Gaming says, I thought the WandaVision was awesome. Yeah, some people really enjoyed it. I've heard a lot of people were sort of just like, yeah, towards the ending. To me, just, I don't know. I thought they would do more. All right, the next one comes from somebody here. Hang on. MC Wagon Wheel. Cool name. Have you heard of Dying is Easy? It looks great. Dying is Easy? No, I have not. What is Dying is Easy? I like the title. What the fuck is this? Okay, this is a book. Okay. I don't see anything here for Dying. Is it a book? I see the book. What is the book? It has a 3.3 out of 5. Comedy is hard, but dying is easy. From New York Times bestselling author Joe Hill comes this new graphic... Get to the point. A disgraced ex-cop turned bitter stand-up comic. That... Okay. The premise is intriguing. Huh. I'll note that down. Interesting. Okay. MCU, I already answered that. Claudia Rogajan, currently watching The Cable Guy. I don't get why people don't like this movie. Laugh aloud that much. I find it hilarious. People say because it's dark, but it's not. I mean, I love me some dark, and I guess it gets a little dark, but overall, I just always considered it a 90s comedy movie. It wasn't very successful at the box office, from what I remember, but I liked the concept, and I always enjoy the scene where, by the way, I always pretend like The Cable Guy is sort of the unofficial Ferris Bueller sequel. But anyway, I love the scene where he gets in the shower and Jim Carrey's hooking up his TV and his speakers. And he comes out and his TVs and his speakers are right in the middle of the room. He's like, this is the best location for the best reception. And I always really enjoyed that. I was like, I get it, man. I get like putting your TV in the most like obscene location just so it's like the best picture viewing angle. So yeah, I liked The Cable Guy. It wasn't my favorite Jim Carrey movie by any means, but I always do remember liking it and enjoying it. Speaking of The Cable Guy, another funny scene that no one references or ever talks about is the scene where he kicks Owen Wilson's ass in the bathroom. And by the way, second time we're talking about Jim Carrey kicking his own ass kicking ass in a bathroom today. Anyway, he kicks Owen Wilson's ass in the bathroom and he puts his mouth up to the hand dryer and he's like, suck the hot air. I always laughed at that. Rich the Savior. I'm not going to perform fellatio on the Snyder Cut, but I expect it to be better than the Whedon Cut. It better not open up with Cavill's awful stash CGI. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yeah, the Snapchat filtered Superman. I almost want to do the entire review like that. That could be interesting. Anyway, I expect it to be better too. I mean, it's not hard to be better than what we originally got a few years ago. It's really not. I just know the fandom for comic book movies is crazy. Like, I already know the dislike ratio. Like, if I just say the Justice League Snyder Cut's like a C+ movie or a B- movie, I'm gonna get shit on. So I already know. Like, unless I give that thing an A+, I already know. But I don't care, you know. James Doshier. Would you say the Back to the Future trilogy is a perfect movie trilogy? I'd say it's a pretty damn good one. I mean, the third movie is a little bit weak at some point. Like, the only thing I don't really love about the third Back to the Future movie is the Sarah Doc storyline. Really, that's it. Like, a little too much emphasis on her, and I just don't like watching her. There's not going to be another gas station around here for 80 years. Yeah. Yeah, but it's one of my favorite trilogies that's still entertaining. You know, you have that, you have the original Star Wars trilogy, then you have Back to the Future. Some people would say Lord of the Rings. But yeah, those are some of the top. Forbidden Fruit 73. Just bought 5 of my favorite movies on Blu-ray. Pump Up the Volume, Ginger Snaps, Bright Lights, Big City, American Psycho, and Let Me In. Man, well, what a fucking lineup you got right there. I feel like you told me this before. I specifically remember you telling me this odd choice of movies before. Now, I have not seen all of those films. But American Psycho, okay, good picks, man. Ginger Snaps. That sounds so familiar. Ginger Snaps. I'll look into that after the live show. But yeah, enjoy those, man. The Z Review. Did I miss your Back to the Future 4K review? No, I didn't make it. No, I never made it, man. I guess I could. It just feels like the time has passed. It's like I don't know how people make videos so quickly. How do you get a 4K? You instantly watch it, then you do the review and you poop it out. How do people I gotta watch it 3 times to give you the honest opinion on it. I don't know how people make things so quickly. I need to savor the flavor a little bit longer. But no, I never made it. Austin Rash, do you think there will ever be a better drama series than Breaking Bad? I mean, there's been some pretty damn good drama series. I mean, Better Call Saul's not as dramatic as Breaking Bad, but it's still pretty good. Will there be anything as iconic as Breaking Bad that people talk about with that much discussion on a weekly basis? I don't know. That is a good question. I don't know. I don't think there's been anything. Yeah, you're right. Since Breaking Bad, there hasn't been any. There's been some really good shows, but nothing as dramatic as Breaking Bad. They put you on the edge of your seat every week. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess we're still waiting on that. John, stop being so cool. Never. If this is cool, then I don't know what cool is. God, you guys are killing it with the questions here. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Jalen Martin, thoughts on the Fast and Furious films? First one's okay. Point and Break remake. Second one's an abomination, but for some odd reason I saw it 5 times in the theater because there was nothing else better to see when that movie came out. Third one was really the Tokyo Drift was always my guilty pleasure of the franchise. The fourth movie, I just sort of forgot it existed. Fast 5, I enjoyed it. It gave new life to the franchise. And then everything after that just became mind-numbing and boring. And by the way, speaking of that, didn't they just delay Fast and Furious again? They originally delayed it for a year. Now it's delayed again. Stop giving studios. Stop putting fucking release dates on movies. Just put this under the fucking title. When the pandemic ends and theaters open, we'll put this shit out. That's the new release date. Okay? So tired of it. You gave me hope and you took it away. You said, you know what? John, would you like some gummy bears? And I put my hand out and you said, no, not today. Let's just keep going. Luke O'Neill. I'm excited for Justice League, but why the aspect ratio, Zach? Well, Zack Snyder, he thought it'd be really cool to shoot it in true IMAX aspect ratio, which sort of looks like a square. But it does. Now, if you go to a real IMAX theater, a true IMAX theater, like the ones that are 5 stories tall, that aspect ratio makes a lot of sense. It really does, because you'll have more room on the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen with true IMAX aspect ratio. But the thing is, no one's going to a true IMAX theater to watch the Justice League Snyder Cut. So giving it that aspect ratio just means everyone who's actually going to watch the movie in any sort of reality setting, such as your TV or possibly a movie theater, that means you're going to have black bars in each side of the screen, which is going to make it look like a TV show from 1995. So I don't know why they chose to do that. Because I don't know how much I know they used IMAX to film some of the movie, but they didn't use IMAX cameras to film all of the Justice League. They just didn't. So I don't know the logic there. other than he maybe thought it would be cool. But I don't know about you, but I don't want black bars on the side of my movies. Like, it just, like, I don't want to watch a square. Like, I don't want to watch an Instagram video movie. But yeah, it would be cool if you could actually see it in IMAX. That would be interesting, but no one's going to. Not because they don't want to, it's just there's no one showing it. There might be like one IMAX theater somewhere showing it. I don't know. Lucas Bernowskowitz. Did you know the YouTube review... Did you know I can't read? Do you know that YouTube reviews now ruin movies for people? For example, I'm a big Terminator fan, but I never saw 5 and 6 because everyone said it's bad. You just go watch what you want. Don't let anyone else dictate what you do or don't do. I mean, if you want... I think more or less, for me, I've never watched a movie review thinking like this is going to dictate if I see the movie or not. I've always just watched them out of curiosity to hear someone else's opinion. And typically, I find movie reviews more interesting after you've seen the movie. And I think, like if there's someone's personality on YouTube I like, and I genuinely give a shit about their thoughts, I kind of want to hear their thoughts on the movie. So for me, that's what reviews are. You know, don't let those dictate if you go see a movie or not. Just pretend like they're sort of like conversations about the movie, you know? So yeah, now Lucas, I'm not going to recommend you watch Terminator 5 or 6 though. I'm not going to recommend it. So if they did shit on the movie in those reviews, they saved your time and effort. Austin Rash, I love WandaVision, and people just like to complain about everything possible. And I'm glad you did, Austin. I just... People do like to complain about everything possible. And if you got some sense of enjoyment out of it, I'm glad, man. I just feel like... But I feel the opposite. I feel like there's a lot of people who just enjoy everything no matter what. Like, I look at things from a standpoint of being bitter and over it. Like, I'm just like, this is regurgitated baby food put in a blender for mass consumption. It's a formula that I knew was coming. I could have guessed the ending to WandaVision 3 episodes into it, and it's exactly what we got. I mean, there's a few surprises along the way, but the narrative is essentially what you could have guessed it was going to be without any big surprises, twists, or turns leading into the future movies. That's for me. Maybe I was expecting too much, and maybe I typically always do, but I feel like we deserve that. So yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed WandaVision. Rick LP, what do you think is going to happen to Kim Weller? Good question. I don't know. Because you don't ever hear them reference Kim in Breaking Bad or by Saul Goodman. So I don't think Kim will die. I just think maybe she'll move away. That seems like the logic. I don't know how, we're talking about Better Call Saul. I don't know how Kim and Saul Goodman ended up together. Like, I really don't know how a lady like that would like date Saul Goodman. I don't get it. But then again, who knows? Unglitch. Choose Pennywise lives in the plumbing of your house or you never get a car wash again ever. Wait, what? Pennywise lives in the plumbing of your house. So you're saying I can either choose to never get a car wash or Pennywise has to live in my toilet? I mean, is he going to kill me? I can live with Pennywise living in my toilet as long as he doesn't kill me. I mean, every once in a while when I'm sitting on it, he might reach up and tickle me a little bit, but I can live with that. I mean, dude, I need friends, and if a demonic clown who comes out of my toilet wants to hang out, that's fine by me. I think we might have a lot in common, to be honest with you. But then again, I love the car wash. Going through the car wash is a truly cathartic experience. I'm actually going to go... I want Pennywise to live in my toilet. Great question. Oh, hi, Mark. Have you seen Young Rock? It's actually pretty good. No, I've heard a lot about it. I've seen some clips. The casting looks pretty good, and it looks... I mean, it looks like a good adaptation, and from everything I've heard about it, it's a pretty good show, and the wrestling element of it is pretty nice, too. I haven't got around to watching it. To be honest, I don't have that much interest in watching it. But maybe I'll come across... Isn't it on NBC or the Peacock Network? I need to get that, the Peacock Network. Undercover Gamer. I'm looking for movies for my collection. What are some movies that people need to have? I'm going to reference, I'm just going to tell you to go watch my 4K movie collection video that I put out like last year. Go watch that video. I talk a lot about movies you should probably buy on 4K. It's all subjective, but it just depends what you like and what you need. Do you need any of these movies? No, but what movies do you love? What movies can you not live without? What movies can you not take the chance that Netflix might not have it? You know what I mean? That's the movie you should have in your collection. Because it's there if you want to watch it. Better Zaga, give us your Chipotle order. Well, what I do, I love your question. See, this is why I like you guys. You guys ask some real shit. All right? That's what I like. That's what I like about you guys. And I hope you like me because I give you the real answers. All right. So, so when I get Chipotle, I get a burrito, typically a chicken burrito, extra portion of chicken in there. I get white rice, the black beans. I get lettuce, tomato, or you might call it pico. I get the chili sauce, cheese, and then I get my burrito double wrapped. Always double wrap. I'll tell you why. If you don't double wrap your burrito with 2 tortilla shells, that shit gets soggy. And when you're halfway through it, the bottom falls out of it, and that's just no good. You double wrap it, stays nice and dry, secure. Safe and secure, as some people might say. That is what you get. And then what I do is I always overpay, and I get the tortilla chips because I need that. I need that crunch, that saltiness. I always get those. They charge way too much at Chipotle for them. But that's my order. Rich the Savior, thank you. Rich, thank you for the super chat. Thank all of you guys for the super chat. You guys are fucking awesome. You guys really are. So thank you. And just thanks for watching. Just either way, thank you for just joining and watching. And by the way, if you guys are YouTube members or just casually watching, typically what I do is I answer all the super chat questions first, and any chance I get, I go back to the normal chat, or at the end of the live stream, I rapid fire and go through as many questions just from the normal chat or from YouTube members as I possibly can. And by the way, if you guys are YouTube members, chime in, type some shit in the chat. I want to see your names. All right. And with that, I forgot where I was. Oh, here I am. Okay, Rich the Savior. My roommate said she loved WandaVision, but said she's not excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. She also never saw any of the Captain America films, which are some of the best in the MCU, in my opinion. Should I kick her out? Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should throw out. I hope you live at least on the second story, so you can throw out the window. No, I mean, I get why she wouldn't be excited because she hasn't seen the Captain America movies. So that makes sense. Why would you give a shit if you haven't seen Captain America? Why would you care about Falcon and Winter Soldier? I would tell her if she liked WandaVision, she'll probably like Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's what I'm looking forward to most. Like, that just looks fun to me. Like, I just feel like it'll be a fun, action-packed show with a buddy team-up vibe. That's what I'm more into when it comes to like a Marvel show. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And she should too. Go tell her, go show her Winter Soldier. Just go show her right now. Luke O'Neill, have you ever read Dune? Great book. I have not read Dune. I've never really been into Dune. I've seen the original, and was not a fan at all. Rich the Savior says, I'm here for you, John. Thank you, Rich. I feel really good about that. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining. Luke O'Neill. Just read that. Gino Rodriguez. Hey, John. Thanks for the stream. My grandpa passed away this morning. Well, that fucking sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Here's 5 for 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. 2 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants. Get it right. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I remember when my grandfather passed away. It was a really bad day. Really depressed about that. My grandfather was sort of always like a father figure in my life, so sorry to hear that. I hope he lived a long life, though. I really do. And Claudia Rogajon, just past the bathroom scene in The Cable Guy. Good, man. Good shit. I also like the karaoke scene in Cable Guy. Don't you want somebody to love? I love it. Rich the Savior. You gave Snyder Cut C+. Why'd you hate it, John? I know. It's crazy. I think what I'll do for the Snyder Cut is if the movie's bad, I would just be brutally honest. I will shit on the movie during the entire review. But at the very end of the review, I'll give it an A+. That way no one can complain. Rick LP. What do you think is going to happen to Kim Wexler? Didn't we already answer that? I already answered that. Did you ask that twice? Or no, somebody else asked. Yeah, as far as Kim goes, I hope she like runs away from the situation, or maybe she'll die. I mean, but then again, I don't see Saul Goodman going on with his life if he knew Kim died and it was his fault. So I just see her leaving town and doing something else. MC Wagon Wheel. Dying is Easy is Batman fan film. Oh, Dying is Easy is a okay. What was the Batman where he fights the Predator fan film? That was kind of cool. I always remember watching that a long time ago. Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon. Do you recommend Bing Bro Big Sausage for a whack? I mean, anything with pizza delivery in it, man, is, you know, you're going to get a great storyline. That's for sure. Obed Arzaga, referring to the El Dorado animated series. El Dorado, I never watched the El Dorado animated series, man. Luke O'Neill, thoughts on Temple of Doom? I personally love it. I like Temple of Doom too, man. I don't have any complaints with it other than the opening scene. The opening scene is just like and what's her face, the love interest of it. I forget her name. I didn't like her. I wish they just would have rid her out of the movie. But yeah, Temple of Doom's fun. It's like brutal. They rip a heart out. The final climax of the movie is great. Everything in the mines is really fun with the little child slaves. That's great stuff. Yes, I just said child slavery is great stuff. Yes, I did. But yeah, Temple of Doom's great. The opening scene where they fall to the plane on with the raft inflating, I was like, yeah. But after that, it gets way better. Claudia Roguejohn, I was watching the bathroom scene in the Cable Guy while you were describing it. The part with the blow dryer was happening while you were describing it. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. But suck the hot air. Night King 01, can we talk about how bizarre Black Rain is? Well, what do you want to, and how? What do you find bizarre about it? We are talking about the Michael Douglas movie from the 80s, right? Unless there's another Black Rain I'm unaware of. Yeah, Black Rain, the Michael Douglas 1989 movie, yeah. You know what I liked about Black Rain? I liked the first half of the movie, and the second half just always sort of got like blah to me. I just remember the group of like Asian mafia dudes on crotch rockets. I always thought that was really cool. Rick LP. We need Christine on 4K and remake. Thoughts? I don't know if you need to remake Christine. Now, Christine was never one of my favorite movies, especially from Steven Spielberg. When it comes to Steven Spielberg movies with cars killing people, I was always more of a Maximum Overdrive guy, and I know that movie's complete garbage. It's ass juice. But I like it. It's like great, terrible filmmaking. That's just fun to watch. Emilio Estevez and giant semi-trucks running over people. And there's actually a scene where a soda machine kills someone. How fucking stupid do you need to be killed by a soda machine? Think about this. It's shooting cans of soda out. You just step to the side. It won't hit you. Oh gosh. But yeah, Christine was never one of my favorites. Just something about like, I'm just like a killer car. I'm like, just go inside. Like, you know, it's not going to get you there. I don't even know. I don't think I even own Christine on Blu-ray, to be honest. So I just don't think I'd ever watch it. But you know what we need on 4K? We need Nightcrawler or Point Break on 4K is what we need. Isaiah H. Watch Titans on HBO Max. It's so badass. Okay, man, I'll check it out. I started watching because of someone recommended it on the last live show. Succession on HBO. I started watching that. I'm on episode 3 or 4. I like it. It's a show about the most deplorable people. They're all assholes. You don't like anyone in the show, but they're all rich, and they run this company. And I really liked Macaulay Culkin. What's Macaulay Culkin's brother's name? Anyway, he's my favorite character in the show. He's great. So yeah, I started watching that because of your guys' recommendation. Bucketeer. Just happy to be here with the great community. I hope you and your family are in good health. Take a look at 12-Hour Shift on Hulu. Non-stop tomfoolery throughout. A good brain-numbing experience. 12-Hour Shift? Okay, it's on Hulu. I'll check it out. I rarely watch Hulu, but thanks for the recommendation, man. Looney Guy 5. Can you please say Thomas Matthews is not a stud? Thomas Matthews is not a stud. There you go. Thomas Matthews, you son of a bitch. Luke O'Neill. Twin Peaks, The Return was good. One after. Braba? I never got into Twin Peaks. Everyone talks about it. I know there's like a cult following for it. I watch trailers. I watch scenes from it. And I was just like, I just can't. I don't know what it is. Nothing about it looked enticing to me. Brevins, Flicks, and Games. Hey, John. I just reviewed Superman 2. Just curious, what version do you love, the theatrical or the Donner cut? I hope the Snyder Cut of Justice League will be amazing. I always recall liking the Donner cut a little bit more. I thought some of the narrative was a little bit better. There were some scenes included that I enjoyed more. I don't specifically remember every edition or every change of it because it's been a long time since I've seen it. But I always remember that was like the preferred version to watch. It made the movie much better. But I don't specifically remember everything about it because it's been so long since I've seen Superman 2. Like, I can't... last time I probably watched it was before I started YouTube. The original Superman stuff was just not my favorite stuff. I mean, I was always more into like the Tim Burton Batmans. Oh, hi, Mark. Did you hear about Child's Play TV series? I did not, but that is odd. They're making a Child's Play TV series. I mean, I can see it. I can see that being like a mini series. I don't know how you could go more than one season, but then again, you could go more than one season because once you finish the storyline with Chucky in one family's possession, he could get traded off to some other family, and then you could have a whole new season or new storyline with that new setting and location and family and all new characters. Well, I guess you could. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see what they would do with that. What network is it on? Is it like on Showtime or something? Mason Arnold. I'm not the biggest fan of Snyder's storytelling, but Justice League has me losing sleep out here. Are there any movies that had you feeling the same way? Like losing sleep, like you're afraid that it's going to be good or bad, or you're getting anxiety about it? Do I have any movies that have me feeling that way? Like I wanted to be great, but I didn't know if they were before they came out. Like I was anticipating them. Not in a while. There hasn't been one big movie I put a lot of hopes and dreams into in a while because I've been so disappointed typically when I do that. I mean, I remember speaking of Snyder, Batman v Superman. That was my number one movie I always wanted to see my entire life. And I remember the build up for it. I remember making tons of videos about it. And then I saw the movie and I was like, sort of disappointed. I guess that would be one. Better Zaga, you gotta watch 000, man. The scene in Mexico are intense. It gives big Sicario vibes. There's a scene where they are being chased by the Mexican military. That scene is intense. That sounds cool. Okay. I'll check it out, man. I remember, did you mention it or somebody else mentioned it on the last live stream? But yeah, I'll look into it. Grim Silo, have you ever checked out Peaky Blinders? What is the actor's name? Giovanni Ribisi? Is that his name? Giovanni Ribisi? I've seen some episodes of Peaky Blinders. Are we talking about the same show? I think we are, right? Yeah, I've seen a few episodes of it. Or am I talking about Pete? Am I talking about Pete something? There's too many shows, man. Yeah, okay, I was completely fucked up. Okay, Peaky Blinders. No, I never watched Peaky Blinders. I was thinking of like Sneaky Pete. No, I never watched Peaky Blinders. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. Craig Thompson, how did you and Amber meet? Tinder. We met off Tinder. Shrimp baskets. Do you think bang kind of tastes like TV static? Interesting. Sometimes. Some of the flavors do taste gross. Like some of the flavors have a really bad aftertaste. There's only a handful of Bang energy drink flavors I really enjoy. Yeah, I do get what you're saying. Some of it does taste like TV static or battery acid mixed with horse piss. Yes. A spectator, donating just cause you're a good guy and you appreciate all of your audience. Well, thanks, man. Thanks, A spectator. Thanks for that, man. Much appreciated. I like you guys. Maybe a little bit too much. All right. Azif Chowdhury. Your favorite plane hijacking movie? Well, shit. That narrows it down to about 5 movies, doesn't it? Well, then again, technically, I mean, they hijack a plane in Cliffhanger. They hijack a plane in Air Force One. They hijack a plane in... that Jodie Foster movie, whatever that was called, I forget. Wow, I'm trying to think of what my favorite hijacking of a plane movie would be. I know there's something that's escaping my mind that exists. I'm just gonna somebody let me know what your favorite plane hijacking movie is. I wouldn't say Air Force One. That was one of my least... I've never enjoyed Air Force One. That was never one of my favorite Harrison Ford films. Con Air! Yes! Damn it! Yes, I knew Con Air. I knew there was a movie escaping my brain. Con Air. Yes, that is my favorite plane hijacking movie of all time because Cyrus the Virus. Passenger 57 and Executive Decision. Indeed, yeah. The Dark Knight Rises plane hijacking scene? Yeah, but that's a scene. I don't consider that a real plane hijacking movie. Con Air. Okay, we're going to go with Con Air on that one. All right. Good choice, guys. Looney Guy 5. Can you please say Daniel Rafferty is not a stud? There, I just said it. Gino Rodriguez. Thanks, John, but I said Grand Mal, laugh aloud, but I thought Last Action Hero last week because of you. Oh, shit. Did you say Grandma and I said Grandpa? Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that nevertheless. But I hope your grandfather's, doing well. I'm sorry for the mix-up. Wow. What a mix-up. Sorry to hear that, man. But hey, we all got a laugh out of it, you know. Last Action Hero. You bought Last Action Hero because of me? I don't know if you should thank me or be angry. But either way, I hope you enjoy the movie if you watch it. If you've never seen it, I would love to know what you thought about it. James Doshier, are you a fan of Beverly Hills Cop? Yes, I like the first one. The second one, kind of forgettable. I always enjoyed the third one. It's really bad, but I enjoy that it takes place at an amusement park, and they have this gun at the end of Beverly Hills Cop 3, and it's this giant like concept gun that just shoots rockets and missiles. It has a machine gun and all kinds of bullshit on it, and it has a microwave on the side of it. That's what I remember most about that movie. Darian Taylor. Hey, John. Longtime fan from NorCal. Been watching Lost for the first time, and it's magnificent. Just wanted to know your thoughts on it. If you've never seen Lost, and you don't know how it ends, you're wasting your time. Lost is a show I never got into because I just knew it was one of those shows where they were making it up as they went, and the finale would not be worth it. And everyone who loved that show would probably agree with that. Like, it was just like made up as it went. Anything that could happen did happen, but it didn't need to be explained. But yeah, enjoy the show, man. Just, I guess, don't read spoilers. Night King 01. It's Michael Douglas with a katana. That's weird, John. Yeah, does Michael Douglas have a katana in that movie at one point? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Black Rain. Black Rain just felt like they wanted Stallone, not Michael Douglas, but he wouldn't do the movie. Just like the whole look of Michael Douglas in the beginning. He looks like Stallone in the movie Cobra. Rich the Savior. You know how I know having the flick in my life is a good thing? Without you, I'd never be picturing Pennywise reaching up to tickle my man parts while I was taking a poo. Thanks, John. Steady hands. Well, Rich, thank you, man. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. That's my purpose. To visually represent or give you an example of a clown tickling your ball sack in the toilet. Yeah. All right. Luke O'Neill. Favorite director's cut. Mine's Alien. I would say the director's cut of Blade Runner, or one of the director's 9 editions of the movie, is better than the theatrical cut by far. There's some other director's cuts of movies. I'm just like, I like the director's cut of Troy because it's a lot longer, but you just get more stuff. I enjoy it. That's one. But sometimes the director's cut's not always better. There's been a few occasions where it's not. Jason Nelson. Oh, what's your favorite Chinese film? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, IP Man? Favorite Chinese film? I'm thinking of Japanese films. You're saying Chinese. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was really cool when it came out. I remember it being like really mind-blowing, and everyone borrowed the style. Yeah, I'm thinking of Japanese films. Every time like someone asks me that question, I'm like, I can name some Japanese films I really enjoy. But Chinese films? Let's see here. What do we got? Isn't there an IP Man sequel with Mike Tyson? I swear, me and a friend watched that once, and it was so laughably bad. That exists, right? I'm not making that up, am I? I mean, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon's a good pick. I'll go with that. I don't know if I'd watch it again anytime soon, though. Rick LP, over the top, was great, but Cobra is better. No, and no, it is not. No, it's not. Rewatchability-wise, I can watch Over the Top any day of the week, 6 times a day. I do like Cobra. It's definitely weird and bizarre, and it was like a culmination of like 5 different screenplays put into one movie. Originally, they wanted to make it more about the serial killer aspect, and they were like, we need to make an action movie, and originally Stallone wanted it to be something different. I just remember there was a lot of different things they came up with before that movie came out. And I can't remember. God, there was like a big change they originally wanted for the movie, but they didn't do. I like Cobra. I really do. It's definitely. I like the opening scene in the grocery store where Stallone kills the bad guy. I always really enjoyed that. And that movie also, the villain in that movie, the main serial killer dude, is he plays Shao Kahn, doesn't he, in Mortal Kombat Annihilation? Z White, 364 days until Batman, my most anticipated movie ever. I hope if movies come out when they say they will during release dates. But yeah, we have 364 days. Really? Okay. I hope it does. I hope it comes out that day. There's 365 days in a year. So Batman comes out. It's coming out in March? Really? Interesting. Night King 01. Cable Guy or Fanatic, I know Cable Guy is better. Yeah, Cable Guy is the better movie, but if you really want to laugh, I would say The Fanatic. Luke O'Neill. I meant Twin Peaks: The Return has been a good series since Breaking Bad. Best thing David Lynch has done as the show is like one big puzzle. Try it. Interesting. Okay, so you Twin Peaks is, you would say, the best drama since Breaking Bad. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Hambone. Have you seen Tenet yet? Thoughts? The audio is bad. I have talked about Tenet just about every live stream since August. I have seen it. I own the 4K Blu-ray. I did see it in movie theaters, and it was bad. Yeah, it was really underwhelming. There are some great scenes, but like the narrative of the movies, that whole style of Nolan films, I feel like I'm getting tired of. Like, I get what you're doing. You're trying to make everything as complicated as you possibly can with random flashback scenes that last 1 second as a character daydreams, and then they add up to something by the end of the movie. I get it. It just felt really self-indulgent, and the audio was terrible. The dialogue was terrible. There's no excuse for that. And that was a creative choice. I wish he would explain it, but John McClane. Attention, whoever you are, the frequency is reserved for emergency calls only. No fucking shit, lady. Do I sound like I'm ordering pizza? Good stuff. Good quotes. John McClane. Brevins Flicks and Games. On St. Patrick's Day, I'll probably review Green Lantern because why the hell not? We'll go for it, man. I want to cover the Burton/Schumacher Batman films as well, and I can't forget the Dark Knight trilogy. Yes, indeed. Review them. Review them all. I mean, go for it. I don't know if I'd review Green Lantern, but actually, I did a review for Green Lantern. I just forgot. Wow. That was a really bad movie. Claudia Rogajon. Scariest amusement park ride you've ridden. There's at Cedar Point, there's a ride called Top Thrill Dragster where you go from like 0 to 120 in 2 seconds. It goes up 500 plus feet and goes straight back down. That's pretty fucking scary. There's a few others. You know the one ride I hate at amusement parks? Cedar Point has this. It's this huge, it's really tall. So it goes way up in the air and you're on these chain link like swings. So you're on these little swings that shoot out and go around in circles, but they're held with chains and it goes way up in the air. Like, I'm not talking about the ones, 5 feet off the ground. I'm talking about this thing is like 250 feet in the air. And that is the scariest ride at Cedar Point. I will not go on that. Like, anything that's like spinning around connected with a chain 250 feet in the air, like, No fucking way. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not afraid to go on roller coasters because I don't think I'm going to die. That ride is a death trap waiting to happen, the one I'm describing. That's at Cedar Point. I would never go on that. That's the scariest shit I've ever seen. Michael Time. Or is it Timmy? Michael, I always mispronounce your last name. Is it Timmy or Time? I always forget. What happened to Crazy Jason? I think he just lives in his own universe. He disappeared. I don't know. I've reached out to the guy many times. He typically doesn't respond. And there was no falling out there. That's just what he does. I think he's alive and well, as far as I know. But yeah, I don't know, man. Crazy Jason, he was one of my best friends, but we could hang out and then he would disappear for 4 months. You wouldn't hear from him. He doesn't return phone calls. He doesn't do anything. And then like a year later, he'll reach out. We'll hang out for 2 weeks and then he'll disappear again. They don't call him Crazy Jason for nothing. Vishon Chetrem, rank these 5 franchises: Aliens, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Jurassic Park. I am not a fan of Harry Potter. I'm just not. So that's on the bottom. For me, if we're going to say a trilogy, we're saying trilogy here, keep in mind. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to go Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Aliens, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Now, from a critical standpoint, is that the right order? No. Some of those you could switch. I know people, Lord of the Rings are like a religion to them. But those are just the ones, like I put that in the order I like them in. Gino Rodriguez, sorry to be a downer again, John, but both both grandparents are dead as well. Laugh out loud. I like how you put laugh out loud after you just told me your grandparents are dead. But I will let you know what I think about Last Action Hero when I watch it. That's what I love. It's just like, this is the only place that you can go and say, both my grandparents are dead. But I got Last Action Hero on Blu-ray. Oh, I love it. I love it. As much as I try to entertain you guys, you truly entertain me. Shrimp baskets. Do you want some cream corn, Johnny boy? It's good stuff. I love me some cream corn. I don't care what anyone says. And if you're making a reference to some kind of joke, just get rid of that shit. Cream corn on mashed potatoes is a necessity. Random Commando 41. What are the best stocks to buy right now? I sold all my stocks because shit was crashing and I got scared. Plus I needed the cash. I was buying a lot of like pink slip stocks that aren't necessarily traded on the normal stock market, and there's a lot of volatility with those, but they go up and down so high and quickly you can actually make a lot of money with them if you buy and sell at the right time. Like one stock called CCIV was really good. Churchill Capital was good. If you can get cryptocurrency like Ethereum, when it dips and sell when it goes up high, you can do okay with that. What you want to do is get S&P 500 stocks, ones that are almost guaranteed to go up over time, slowly but surely. They always go up. So I would recommend S&P 500 type stocks if you want a sure thing. But I'm not a financial advisor. Do not listen to me. I mean, I was buying GameStop stocks for a minute there, and AMC. James Doshier. Which Terminator would you be? I want to say I'd be the T-800 from T2 Judgment Day, but I truly think I'd be the first Terminator, just out to kill everything, the good guys. Like, that's which one I would be. Rich the Savior. Seth Rogen is Magneto in the MCU awful or visionary? Awful. But let's just go with it for a second. Hey, Wolverine! Yeah, it'd be terrible. Michael Time. It's pronounced Timmy. It's not live without Morgan Freeman. Well, Michael, you either get busy living or you get busy dying. Oh, yeah, Sonny Jim. It's pronounced Timmy? Okay, Michael Timmy. Okay, I got it. OE reviews. Recast Batman, Joker, Bane, Catwoman, Joseph Gordon, and Two-Face from the Nolan trilogy. That's too fucking hard to do off the top of my head, man. I mean, when it comes to Catwoman, I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer was perfect for that role. Like, you go back to the Batman Returns, oh my god, she was made for that role. If I had to recast Catwoman, I don't know. I thought Charlize Theron would have been a good Selena Kyle. I always thought Charlize Theron would be good. Bane, I thought Tom Hardy was good for Bane. So, I mean, if I recast him, I mean, a logical, like, based on looks, Dave Bautista would be based on looks-wise, would be a good Bane. But acting, Joker, I refuse to cast the Joker. I mean, Heath Ledger was great. If I had to, though, I mean, I don't know. Willem Dafoe felt like he was made to be the Joker. New Batman, maybe Jake Gyllenhaal. Two-Face, let's go with, I don't know. We'll say Ryan Gosling. And Commissioner Gordon, I don't know. That's a tough one. I thought J.K. Simmons was a pretty good pick for Commissioner Gordon, and then it's just like they're not going to do anything more with him, which felt like a waste. Claudia Rogajan, I believe you're talking about Windseeker. It's not on chains. The chains are attached to giant metal poles. I rode one. It's not that bad, man. Yeah, maybe I am. It just looks terrifying to me. Maybe it is called Windseeker. I don't know. I just don't like how they're dangling on wires. Like, I want to be on a track. Like, I trust a track. The Maverick. If you go to Cedar Point, the Maverick is pretty damn fun, too. Oh, man, I need to go to Cedar Point this summer. I need to go there. Luke O'Neill. Hoping to go to Cedar Point next year to see you there. Well, we just talked about that. Yeah, I'm going to maybe I'll go this spring or something. I don't want to go in the summer. I'll go during the springtime. And then everyone will sneeze on me. Yeah, if you go to Cedar Point, you got to buy the Fast Pass. Like, it's so worth it if it's busy. It's like, oh, you can wait 2 hours in line for the ride, or you can wait 10 minutes. Like, well worth it. Shrimp baskets with no reference. I don't joke about creamed corn. Absolutely. Nor should you ever. Nor do I. A real man never jokes about creamed corn. Inani Moose, your Morgan Freeman sounds more and more like deformed Mark Wahlberg. I'll take it. I still take that as a compliment. Hey there, John. How are you, you hunk of a man? I am doing deliciously. Hey, John, are there any movie tropes that you hate? Mine are one-liners. I like one-liners if they're used appropriately and right. One-liners can make a movie. Now, every movie made in the 1980s or 1990s had a one-liner, or at least the best movies did. One movie trope I guess I hate is... Well, I guess the one trope I used to hate was like everything was just a dream, or I hate where they always feel like obligated to put a love interest in the movie. Like, you have this badass dude, and it's like, oh, we got to have a love interest somehow, some way. There's got to be a love interest. I'm just like, we don't need a love interest in this. Just let the dude do his thing. Don't slow this movie down. I guess like the forced obligatory love interest was always one trope I never liked. Imperial Scoundrel, should they cast Wolverine to be 5'3"? No, I don't think they should. But with that said, I mean, I know Tom Hardy's been in a lot of shit, a lot of comic book movies. I mean, he was Bane, he's Venom, he'll probably be 9 other superhero characters. I always thought Tom Hardy was made to play Wolverine. Like, the dude he can get buff. He can get, all like, he can grow his sideburns out and look a little bit, what's the term I'm looking for here? I don't know. But Tom Hardy would make a good Wolverine. Yeah. Because the thing is, Tom Hardy's not that tall of a dude. He's like, what is he, 5'9"? But in reality, he might be 5'8". Who knows? But if he hunches over, builds up his traps, gets muscular again, he would look the part. He would look like Wolverine. So that's who I would pick. That's what I pick as Wolverine. Rich the Savior. John, I was thinking of the term scruffy. That's what I was trying to, I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Rich the Savior. Hey, John, can you say, oh, God, okay, you want me to say this in a Christopher Walken voice? Just for you, Rich, and only for you. Pennywise, stop tickling me down there and get back to eating and scaring children. There you go. Nike 01. Laugh out loud. Willem Dafoe was the first choice in the 89 Batman movie. I do remember that. The thing was they needed a little bit more name recognition with the Joker. So, if you need name recognition for a movie, get Jack Nicholson. Juan Dowd, have you heard anything about a J.J. Abrams Superman movie featuring a different Superman, maybe Val Zod Earth 2's Superman? I mean, I did hear about the rumors and ramblings that J.J. Abrams was set to produce or whatever. Was that confirmed? I haven't been keeping up in the Superman news. There was like speculation about Michael B. Jordan being cast. I don't know, man. I mean, I know originally J.J. Abrams wanted to direct a Superman movie a while ago, a long time ago, before like Man of Steel. And there were some very bizarre choices that he wanted to make for that movie, and I'm sort of glad he didn't make that movie. Claudia Rogajan. Funny enough, I was planning on going to Cedar Point this spring too. That's why I asked, maybe we can meet each other there and ride the Windseeker, and then we both die holding hands. Yeah. I doubt we'll end up going in the same day. I really do. But I mean, if somehow we do, absolutely. We can ride it, hold hands, and die together. Luke O'Neill. Come visit the UK at some point. I'll take you in. You say that until I show up on your doorstep. But yeah, man, if I ever go to the UK, I'll stay at your house. I will. We can eat some fish and chips together. I've never been to the UK. Rich the Savior. Think Leonardo DiCaprio will ever do a superhero movie? I could see him being the villain in a superhero film, possibly. As far as like being the leading man, probably not. I don't see it happening. I think he's just like somewhere else with his career. So probably not. But I could see him. But then again, I could, like, if Nolan directed a superhero film and wanted him to be the villain, I could see that happening, sure. Or if it was like an original concept for a superhero film, something like Unbreakable type, I could see him being in something like that. Mike Mula, hey John, do you know King Von? No. What is King Von? What am I gonna Google search here? Oh, the rapper. Yeah, okay, I've heard of him. Well, I don't really listen to a lot of rap music, so. Night King of One, there's a Terminator animated show coming. What the F? What? There's a Terminator animated show coming? What? Really? What? Huh. They cancel the Sarah Connor Chronicles and then they make a Terminator animated show. Okay. Odd. Tony Stark says J.J. Abrams is turning into Michael Bay. The slightly more competent version of Michael Bay, but yeah, sort of. Inani Moose, stocky Hardy can look stocky and scruffy like the real Wolverine. Absolutely. Yeah, going back to that. How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. I'm right on the cusp of 6 foot. With certain shoes on, I might be a little bit taller. I actually think I'm shrinking, to be honest with you. Can't wait for Avatar 2022. Yeah, I want to see Avatar. I don't care. People talk shit about it. It's like, it's a spectacle. Like, I just get to go see pretty stuff for 2.5 hours. If it has a somewhat competent story, then so be it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. It better be good. Because there's 3 more sequels coming after it. George. Thoughts on One Night of Miami and Sound of Metal joining Criterion Collection? What new movies should join the Criterion Collection? I mean, you do know Armageddon. Or is Armageddon? No, is The Rock's on Criterion. Is Armageddon a Criterion release as well? I believe it is. I don't know. I wish Criterion movies would be 4K. I wish they would upgrade to 4K. That would get me more excited because then I could justify buying them. I'm not going to buy a 1080p Blu-ray. I mean, those are cool. I still need to see Sound of Metal. I haven't got around to seeing it yet. So yeah, that's cool. My favorite Criterion release has probably been Dazed and Confused, though. That had like the best packaging I've ever seen. Steve Goldie. Thoughts on Sin of a Woman? She's got a great ass. Yeah, I like Sin of a Woman. It's been a while since I've seen it, but Pacino just eats up the scenery in that movie. Speaking of Pacino movies, I just watched Two for the Money. It stars Pacino and Matthew McConaughey, and that's a great film no one really talks about, so go watch that. Woodrow Wilson, formerly known as Justin E. Richards, has super chatted. Sorry I'm late, car wash now. I talked about the car wash earlier. I need to go to the car wash. My car has a little dust, a little debris on it, and every time I go through the car wash, it's just a truly magical, mystical experience where I come out a better person on the other end. Epic Dub Time 23. Have you ever tried poutine? Fries, gravy, cheese curds. That sounds like a heart attack, but delicious at the same time. It's French-Canadian dish, my province of Quebec. Sorry, good, so good. Fries, gravy, cheese curds. I don't know if I want to eat it or puke on it. But it sounds interesting, man. I would try it. Luke O'Neill, Ash vs. Evil Dead was a good show. I never watched it. Tim Berry, have you ever seen the films Four Lions or One Cut of Dead Both? Incredibly underrated. Hope all is well, dude. Have a great weekend. Well, thanks, Tim. I hope you have a great weekend, too. Have you seen the films Four Lions? No, I have not. One Cut of the Dead. What is four? Let me look up Four Lions here, man. Got a 7.3 on IMDb. A young group of young Muslim men living in Sheffield decide to wage jihad and the hatch an inept plan to become suicide bombers. Holy shit. Okay, that sounds pretty intense. That sounds intense. You can watch it on YouTube for free. Okay. When I get some downtime, I'll look into it, man. Interesting. Sounds intense. Claudia Rogajon. I feel if I showed up the same day as you, you would feel creeped out. I don't want that. I'm just a loyal fan who would love to meet you one day. I don't get creeped out by it. If you're a fucking viewer of mine, I will bend over backwards to do what it takes to say, hey, talk to you. We can take some selfies together. We can shake hands, hug, whatever you want, man. So yeah, if we were there the same day, I will go out of my way. I will walk to the other side of the park to say hi. So yeah, trust me, I don't get creeped out by my viewers. My viewers get creeped out by me. And I hope to never change that. Rob K. One cut of The Dead is really great. I had to pay extra to get the Blu-ray. It's worth it. Awesome, man. Awesome. You know, one Blu-ray I need to get Old Boy on Blu-ray. I kind of felt like watching that recently. That's a damn good movie. Let me stretch out here. There we go. There we go. By the way, if you guys are watching right now, can you guys comment where you guys are from, where you're watching from, which city? And by the way, we have 322 of you guys in here right now watching, so thank you guys for that. Thank you so much. And if you could, give the live stream a like. It helps the stupid YouTube algorithm. It just helps. So if you can give it a like, that's all I ask. Just click like. Boom, done. That's all I ask. Much appreciated. And if you don't like it, just pretend like you do. And click the fucking button now. Please. Thank you. Jason Nelson. Jason Nelson, are you a beard man? Did you go to private school? Are you a beard man? I don't know the fuck that. What's that mean? What's that mean? Did I go to a private school? No, I went to a I went to public high school. I went to I guess technically a private college. But I mean, it wasn't that private because anyone could get into it. So I guess not. So no, I never technically went to a private school. No. My family was not rich by any means. I assure you. We lived in a trailer when I was like, in elementary school. And so, yeah, we were never rich, man. Luke O'Neill. One Cut of the Dead is a really underrated movie. Okay. I think I read that already. Obi reviews. The new Terminator film plot should be sending Fantastic Four review of John to current time to fight to the death for the future of the channel. Yeah, you take a Fantastic Four version of me, I will rip you apart and suck the bone marrow out of your body, okay? Yes, absolutely. I like that. It couldn't be any worse than Terminator Genesis or Terminator Dark Fate, that's for sure. Tim Berry. It's black comedy with Riz Ahmed. Cheers. Dude, I like Riz Ahmed and I like some dark comedy, so yeah, man, I'm all about it. I'll check it out. Woodrow Wilson. Have you seen M, 1931? It's an old movie about a child killer who is looked for by both police and organizing crime rings. It's O.G. Fincher. Yeah, I've heard M is essentially like O.G. Fincher. I've never seen it. It's from 1931. M for Murder, right? I've never seen it. I've watched videos about it. I've seen clips of it. I've seen like video essays where they reference the movie. I've just never fully watched it. All right, I want to know where some of you guys are from. Let's see. We got Rob K from Tampa. All right. Az Z from Saudi Arabia. You're from Saudi Arabia? Really, man? That's cool. That's crazy. Can you see the Burj Khalifa building? Let's see. Los Angeles, California. Richard Berry, Exeter. Patrick's Raider, Quebec. All right, Canada. We got OE Reviews from Phoenix, Arizona. Farrah Lovely from South Texas. Awesome. Thanks for joining, by the way. Anani Moose. Hey, John, are you secretly a sociopath? That's why you like sociopathic characters and you low-key loathe humans and see us as dollar signs. No, see, I actually like people. That's the weird... Like, I like people. There's just some people I don't... There's certain people that can't take a joke. Those are the people I don't like. I don't think I'm a sociopath. I do have feelings and emotions. You know, I like animals. Just sociopaths like animals? No. But I like sociopathic characters because I find them highly relatable, yes, but highly entertaining as well. Puzzy, come here. My dog's name's Puzzy. Puzzy, come here. Now I'm going to hold my dog to prove I'm not a sociopath. Hey, John, what's your favorite sleeping position? Mine is left side, good for digestion. Yeah, left side's good. Yeah, sometimes I like to sleep on my back with my feet up on a pillow. A little bit of elevation really helps. I don't sleep on my stomach anymore because it's bad for your back. Posy, come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, look at the good girl. Come here, good girl. Say hi. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Say hi. Okay, from now on, she will be answering your questions, not me. Puzzy, what are you doing? Look right there. Say hi. Say hi. You want to go for a... Okay. Are you a good girl? Oh, I love... She smells like blueberries. We put blueberry stuff on her. Oh, God, it's so good. I want to wash my hair in it. Okay, go do what you were doing. You want to go lay down on the couch? You go over there, lay down. Lay down. Oh, good girl. Oh, good. Yeah. She's back there. Okay, let's get back to the what were we talking about? Juan Dowd says, watching from North Carolina. I used to go to North Carolina almost every other week when I lived in South Carolina because I went to Charlotte. That's where my press screenings were for movies. UC Pekka Silventanian. I'm sorry, I just completely ravaged your name, but I hope I sort of got it right. Thanks for the super chat. No question, but thanks, man. John has a dog, not a sociopath, confirmed. Thank you. That's what I needed to prove to you, all of you. Oh, she is a cutie. My favorite thing to do is smell my dog's belly. If I'm having a bad day, I smell my dog's belly, and it instantly just gets better. It's like an air freshener for happiness. Oh, look at that. Look at that back there. Good girl, huh? Good. Oh, you gonna get a treat when we're done with the live stream? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll both get a treat when we're done with the live stream. Watching from Isla Nublar. And you're riding a T-Rex. Watching from jail, Rob K. You know you can actually do that. You can get phones in jail. And you get a live stream. I don't know if I'd watch me if I were in jail, but... John loved The Lighthouse. Yes, I did. I think you answered someone's question for me, but thank you. Yes, I'm glad you told him. Dan5271. Hello, Johnny. Will you be seeing the new Nick Cage movie, Willy's Wonderland, and the other movie called Nobody? I've been meaning to watch the Willy Wonderland movie that's on streaming right now. I've been meaning to watch it. I think even people who wanted to see that movie were just like, yeah, it's okay. So there's no conversation happening about it. So it's like not that exciting to watch. There's so many other things I'd rather watch before I get to that's the type of movie I might save for like a rainy day. I'm sure like once it goes to Netflix or something, I'll definitely watch it. But right now paying like $19 to watch it, I don't know if I can justify that. Inani Moose, how's the girlfriend doing? Good. She's hanging out with her lady friends tonight. By the way, speaking of I just watched Training Day, and I've always loved Training Day, but I really enjoyed it last night more than ever. It was just like the movie I needed. I was like, we don't make movies like this anymore. It's such a perfect movie. It's just suspenseful and Denzel Washington in that movie, fucking great. I'm putting cases on all of you. I love it. It's on Netflix right now. Go watch. If you've never seen Training Day, that is my retro movie to go recommend watch right now on Netflix. Fidel Reyes, John, can you say Dirk Diggler as Goldblum? Dirk Diggler. Is that what you wanted? I don't know. Rob K, Willy's Wonderland sucked. Yeah, I sort of got that vibe that no one gave a shit about it. It was probably sort of the thing about Willy's Wonderland, it would have been a great 30-minute movie, but to make a feature-length movie out of it, I don't know. That seems like a stretch. Noah Sarah, how's Amber? Also, 2020 list soon. I don't have 10 favorite movies from 2020. I would be lying and reaching to make that list. I wanted to. I sat down to try to do it, and I was like, I just don't have it. I need to make top 10 worst movies of 2020. That's the thing people give a shit about. And Amber's doing well. Thanks for asking. Woodrow Wilson, hey John, thoughts on Lawrence of Arabia? It's good. I remember watching it a long time ago. I always enjoyed the spectacle of it. It's a great movie. I think I own it on. Hang on. I do own it on 4K. I was just double checking. Yeah, I need to watch it on 4K. I've heard it's a great transfer, a great looking Blu-ray. And any of those classic films, especially with the huge spectacle films, always looked great on Blu-ray. Like Bridge on the River Kwai. Oh man, that was a great looking Blu-ray. So I can only imagine. Forbidden Fruit 73. Rank the first two Terminator and RoboCop movies. Rank them? What do you mean rank them? Give them grades or rank them? I mean, when it comes to Terminator 1 and 2, I prefer Terminator Judgment Day. I think that's an A+. I think that's truly the best action film ever made. And then Terminator 2 after that, totally very different. But it's, it had a much less of a budget and it was more guerrilla style. RoboCop, I go with the first RoboCop movies, the better movie. But 2, the sequel is a lot of fun. It's a damn good fun sequel. You're not disappointed with RoboCop 2 if you watch it. So, Royce McCutcheon. Hey, John. What's your worst reboot? Mine would be the RoboCop. What the hell was that? Wearing a rubber... Yeah, it did look like he was just wearing a rubber latex suit. Absolutely. Like he bought it from Party City. I would say the worst reboot is the Point Break movie. That, to me, was an insult. I took that personally. I really did. I was offended deeply by that, and I don't get offended by anything. That offended me. That made me question who I was as a person, a man, and a human being. Fucking garbage movie. All right. John Bray. Hey, John. Your thoughts on Nick Cage's movie Mandy? I have a theory the bathroom scene was actually Nick Cage's lunch break secretly filmed. Or he was just using the bathroom and that's what happened. Absolutely. Mandy, the first half was just you're on an acid trip of nothingness, dragging everything out to the point of exhaustion. The second half of the movie is actually watchable. Those are my thoughts on Mandy. But the bathroom scene was great. Jason Nilsson. Do you think Jar Jar should be canceled? Any others? Jar Jar should run for president. What do you mean canceled? Me's don't know. Me's just want to be a president. You'd fond of me lobster. Hello, John Yule Worthington. I just rewatched Nightmare on Elm Street 2 last night. I feel like it's a classic in its own right. Thoughts? I feel like you're baiting me. I mean, there's definitely some undertones in Nightmare on Elm Street 2 that you can clearly tell the writer was trying to get out in the screenplay of the movie. And it's been admitted since then. I mean, the gym teacher is into BDSM. He wears leather suits at bars and the shower scene. It's just a lot of weird shit in that movie. Freddy was the least frightening thing in that movie, right? Jesse, come on. But the coolest thing about Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was the opening nightmare sequence with the school bus. That to me is iconic Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the best thing about that entire movie. Daryl Harmsey. Hey John, big fan here from Cape Town, SA. You awesome. Well, thanks, man. You awesome too. Well, thanks, man. Hope it's going well in Cape Town. Unglitch. Beetlejuice as your dad or Tilda Swinton from Snowpiercer as your mom? Tilda Swinton. I mean, I'm sorry, like, you're giving me a great option. Like, I would never say, who wouldn't want Beetlejuice as their dad? Like, you're sleeping in, he comes in the morning. Hey, come on, get up, come on, let's go. Yeah, I'll take Beetlejuice as my father. I mean, he probably could be. For Forbidden Fruit 73, sorry, I meant rank all four. Oh, if I had to rank them in order? Okay, so Judgment Day is my favorite. We're talking about the Terminator movies and RoboCop movies. Judgment Day is my favorite. Then I would actually say the first RoboCop is my second. Then I would say Terminator 1 and then RoboCop 2. There you go. Yuzi-Pekka Silvantanen. Hey, John. Love you, man. What do you think about Fury, the movie, and Shia LaBeouf as an actor? I love him in Lars von Trier's Nymphomaniac. I've seen Nymphomaniac. Speaking of Fury, I just did a flick. By the way, I did a flick trip video here on this channel. If you missed it, go watch it. It's a few videos back last week. And I sold Fury on Blu-ray just because I was like, I'm never going to watch this again. Like, when it comes to war movies, I probably wouldn't watch it. I didn't hate it, but I just wouldn't watch it again. I have a review for it as well from years ago. So yeah, it was okay. I just wouldn't watch it again. Ye Finding Me Lobster. Hey, John, just watched your old video titled A Perfect Day or something like that. You cried in the shower and watched Silence of the Lambs with Tiny Todd. The video brought me so much joy. It brought me joy as well. Yeah, I think it's called The Best Day Ever. And I do, in fact, cry in a shower in that video. It's one of my original vlogs here on this channel. And the funny thing is, when you watch... So I have a scene where Tiny Todd and me are watching Silence of the Lambs, and I'm actually doing the voice of Buffalo Bill in the background. Like, that's my voice. It's not the movie. It's actually my voice doing the Buffalo Bill impression. So, Z White. Watch Requiem for a Dream for the first time. Yeah? What'd you think? What'd you think about the scene where he pukes some mashed potatoes and Jennifer Connelly going to the party? What'd you think about it? Definitely a movie that makes you never want to do drugs. Claudia Rojan. There was a story about Nick Cage in a restaurant arguing with his girlfriend about him cheating on her and him saying, what I do, yes, this is true. Saying that's what I do. Well, at least he didn't say put the bunny back in the box. I mean, that's interesting, though. What's the matter? You want more lobster or something? Okay, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to take like a 2-minute break. I'm going to come back and answer as many questions as you guys can get in during that break. So if you got a question, anything that you guys want me to answer, get it in now during the break. I'll be back in just 2 minutes. So if you guys want to go get a refill on your popcorn, something cold to drink, or whatever you got to do, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere and get as many questions as you can in right now, and I will answer all of those questions coming back. And as a wise man once said... He said something. Oh, he said, I'll be back. And we're back. Okay. I hope you didn't go anywhere. A few of you did. And I know who the true followers are now. Okay. Let's continue on. And by the way, guys, get the questions in right now. And then no more new questions after right now. That way I don't miss them. I like to get as many questions in as I can and not have anyone's question get missed because I feel like an asshole if I do. Okay. Michael Timmy, look at my comment in the regular chat. You said best 4K is 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, that looks damn good. It was shot in 70 millimeter. I mean, anything on that film stock usually looks great, and I think it looks great as well. Fidel Reyes, John, I finally watched Capone, and I don't know if I wanted to jump out of a window and become comatose or rewatch it drunk as hell and laugh my ass off. Yeah, you take one of the most infamous mobsters of all time, and you don't tell the story about his crazy days back in Chicago or going to Alcatraz. You don't tell any of those things. You tell the story where he's old, senile, dying of syphilis, and pooping his pants. That's the story everyone wants to see. Just stupid. But I agree. Neil O'Connell, John, what are your thoughts on American History X? I love American History X, actually. I think that's a great, phenomenal film. I think everyone should watch once. Edward Furlong was phenomenal in that movie. The thing about Edward Furlong was he can act. The dude can act. You put him in the right role, he's really good, and I just wish he would have, been in more movies. Something about him, he felt like a real person. He always felt like somebody you would really know. And Ed Norton in the movie was awesome. That's a great, powerful, moving film. I've always enjoyed it. I occasionally rewatch it every once in a while. Dish Boy, do you think the Snyder Cut will start a trend of fan base harassing studios to get movies made, or do you think it was a unique scenario? No, nothing new has been done here. I mean, fan bases have always harassed studios depending on certain things. I mean, people wrote death threats to Warner Brothers Studios back when they cast Michael Keaton as Batman. That's true. So that trend will never go away. And now that everyone can have a voice on social media, it's never going away. The reason that movie got made is because AT&T essentially owns HBO. And the people at AT&T said, you know what? Why don't we just capitalize on something that's already been done, throw some money in it, and make more money? And that's what's happening. They just use logic. So, Alex Carr, I don't know if you heard about this, but I heard that Paramount Plus is planning to do something similar to HBO Max to release movies around the same time as theaters, as A Quiet Place 2 got pushed forward to May 28th. Do you like this idea? Yeah, yes and no. So what's happening is the movie theater industry is dying, and studios are hoping that if all studios start their own streaming service, now they have an outlet to put their movies and thus have a guaranteed paying audience that pay the subscription fee for that streaming service. So if studios could do away with movie theaters and not needing them to make a return on their investment, they would love that. That just means more profit to them. They don't have to share profits with the movie theater and all that other bullshit. They would love for millions of people to just sign up for their streaming service and watch their movies there, as long as it turns a decent profit and they have enough subscribers. And right now with the pandemic, you'd have to be inept if you were a studio not to start your own streaming service. You would just be missing out on so much potential. At least have an outlet to put your movie to capitalize on your investment. Now, do I want all that to happen? No, not necessarily. But do I like that we can actually watch new movies at home if we just have the streaming service and see new movies finally rather than them get delayed? Yeah, I would like that for now. Yes. And I think, if Paramount, and the thing is, it's going to get to the point where you're going to have 15 different streaming services. But the cool thing is, if you have HBO Max, now you get all the Warner Brothers movies for $10 a month. I don't think that's a bad deal. I really don't. So I like the concept of it. Yes. Michael Timmy, no comment on Beetlejuice. No, the comment on Beetlejuice. Yes. Are you referencing my question or my answer to the Beetlejuice question? Yeah. Well, thank you. Claudia Rojan. Think Robert Pattinson will be intimidating in the Batman. I'm not sure because the suit doesn't look that great. His face just doesn't seem to fit. Yeah, there's some odd choices they made with the new Batman suit. Like the chest plate looks cool. He's essentially just wearing tactical pants, which I think that they could have done something a little bit different there. And the cowl shows a little too much face, in my opinion. But it's his first outing as Batman. Maybe the suit will get slightly upgraded at some point or in the sequel. I think the scene where they specifically went out of their way to show the scene where he beats the criminal to a pulp to make him look intimidating, and he looked intimidating to me. So, I mean, think about it. If you can make Michael Keaton intimidating as Batman, I'm sure they can make Robert Pattinson intimidating. Michael Ropas, sup, John? Not sure if you already answered this, but what are your thoughts on Willy's Wonderland trailer? I've seen the trailer. We talked about the movie a little bit earlier. I thought the trailer looked cool. I thought the concept sounded fun, but it's sort of an hour and a half movie of that seems a little bit like a stretch. Like earlier, I said it should be like a 30-minute movie. Woodrow Wilson, greatest war film besides Saving Private Ryan. I mean, you could say the first half of Full Metal Jacket. You could say Platoon. You could say Apocalypse Now. You could say Hamburger Hill. You could go with. I mean, really, it's Saving Private Ryan for me. Maybe Platoon. It just depends. You gotta like almost narrow it down. You know, it's like Vietnam movies. Maybe Platoon. I think that's one of my favorites. Fidel Reyes, John, if you ever want to use Paramount Plus, send me a DM. Maybe I will. DM me that shit, man. Let me know what you got. Send me something on Twitter. Send me it right now. I will check it a little bit later. Oh, someone said yeah, I liked Hacksaw Ridge as a war movie. I thought that was a good movie. I just never had the urge to ever rewatch it, but I did enjoy it. Farrah Lovely, really excited about A Quiet Place 2. Yeah, you and me both. I can't wait to see Quiet Place 2. I liked what they did with the first movie. Oddly enough, though, I never had a huge urge to go back and revisit it. But I loved watching it the first time I did. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Quiet Place 2. That was one of my most anticipated movies of the year before it was delayed. Do you eat popcorn with a pickle? No, but I'm not against it. No, I have not. But I would. That doesn't sound terrible for some reason. I like, you know what? I just bought some potato chips yesterday. I always buy 2 flavors of potato chips. I buy the super hot ones, the spicy potato chips, and I always buy the salt and vinegar potato chips. And that reminded me of pickles. I don't know why. Okay, guys. Please don't submit any more questions. I'm going to answer the remaining questions. That way I don't miss anyone's. So no more questions. No more questions after right now. All right. I love the questions, but at some point I have to wrap it up before I pass out and fall over. Plus, I think my dog has to go outside and poop, though she's sleeping. So, Claudia Rogajon, have you seen the Tree of Life? It's pretentious BS. Yes, I did watch the Tree of Life one day, and I knew it was going to be pretentious bullshit, and it was pretentious bullshit. And yes, I did not like it. Gino Rodriguez. John, I feel stupid. Sony announced Last Action Hero on 4K in May, and the reason I put Laugh Out Loud is because my grandpa died when I was in 5th and 6th grade. Oh. Well, nevertheless, sorry for your loss. And yeah, that's right. Last Action Hero is hitting 4K. I'm going to need to upgrade it. But then I ask myself, John, how many more times in your life are you going to watch Last Action Hero on 4K? Like if it's on TV or Netflix, I stop and watch it occasionally, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'll upgrade it. I don't know. I hope they release it with like new features or something. But I love the Ripper, the character of the Ripper in Last Action Hero. Funny how, have you ever thought about writing your own movie? I have. I've had a few good ideas. At least I thought they were pretty good ideas for movies. And I actually wrote, I didn't write. I wrote like just a synopsis to it, but I had an idea for maybe like a short movie that was doable. Like I could make it or someone could make it with like almost next to no budget. You just, some talent is all you would need. I had a concept for that, but never seriously though. Jaron, what is it? Jaron Talaman 1. Let me see your war face. Ah! Your war face! That's more like it. Speaking of Full Metal Jacket, I want you guys, if you get bored, there's a flick pick video you need to watch. Just type in Full Metal Jacket Blu-ray review flick pick, whatever. And I do a skit in the beginning of the video where I play a drill sergeant, and my two little brothers, my younger brothers, are in it as privates, and it gets pretty crazy. Go watch that. Go watch that. But wait until after the live stream. Inani Moose, what's your favorite bad movie except The Room? I mean, if I can't have The Room, I'll take The Fanatic. Alex Carr, I swear every movie that was supposed to come out last year has been delayed at least 3 times. Absolutely. It just gets to a point where you don't care anymore. So stop giving it. Like, they just have to give it a new release date to show, like, okay, we're actively, like, we care. But I don't trust a release date. Unless it says it's coming to streaming, don't trust that release date. The Thin Red Line, yeah. I've seen The Thin Red Line once. I should go back and revisit it again. I've only seen it once, though. You need Jingle All the Way on 4K. Fuck yeah, I do. I really do. I really want Nightcrawler on 4K. Night King 01. I enjoy Street Fighter. Am I crazy? A little bit. Yeah, Street Fighter is an awful movie, but a guilty pleasure, I suppose. A guilty pleasure at best. I remember going to see Street Fighter when it came out. I remember like being in the movie theater and watching it and just thinking like, this is weird. This is weird. But I always thought the casting choice of what is his name? The buff Russian guy who wears red underwear. What is it? Doesn't it start with a Z or something? Someone remind me of that character's name. But I always thought the casting of him was perfect. Like, they got a guy who looked just like him. Like, buff, huge. And I think that was also the actor who played Leatherface in the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Argal. John, watch some new movies, bro. Better watch out. People recommend new movies. I'm always typically just disappointed by new movies. Better watch out. Yeah, I get referenced. Did I write that down last? No, I wrote down Succession last week. Better watch out. Okay. I'll watch Better Watch Out at some point. Where is it at right now? Where can I watch Better Watch Out? I know I could Google it, but I like you guys to tell me. No, not M. Bison. Zangief. Zangief is who I'm thinking of, yeah. Zangief. Unglitch. Did you have a super chat I'm too stupid to find, man? I see your last one, Unglitch. Unglitch, type your question in right now in the chat, man. I'll find it. Just type it in right now. I don't see anything from you. I just see the previous one that I already answered. Claudia Rogajon. One of your little brothers looked like he was a completely different ethnicity from you. Am I crazy? No. Well, he's my half brother. So no, he's just naturally tan. But no, he's not a different ethnicity. Though we like to, we always tell him that, though he is. We tell him he's adopted. And he acts like he is. Three Musketeers is an amazing movie from 1901. I enjoy the Three Musketeers, the 1993 I have a standalone on this channel. I have a video called "The Last Movie I Almost Saw" from like maybe a month ago, where I talk about my experience of almost dying as a kid when I went to go see Three Musketeers. Unglitch, type your question again so I don't miss it right here in the stream, please. Because I'm not seeing it showing up over here. XX Wolfie Life says he just skipped me. Where did I skip you, man? I don't see any questions from you. But type it again. Type it again in the normal chat. I'll read it right now. Danny Huckins, what happened to your house with the yellow slide? I lived there for a very short amount of time, and then someone I knew bought it. So yeah, I what happened was I met a girlfriend at the time, and then I was like, oh, I don't need to live here anymore. I'll get out of this town and go start a life with her. And that's what happened. I was like, fuck it, I'll just move. Anani Moose, oh, what's your favorite bad movie except The Room? Yeah, I said The Fanatic. All right. Have you watched the first episode of Clarice yet from Unglitch? Thank you for that. Is the most attention-seeking comment I've ever seen in my life. I love it, man. I have not watched Clarice yet. Is it good? Do you recommend it? I want to like it. I love Silence of the Lambs. I relate to Buffalo Bill and Hannibal Lecter. But yeah, is Clarice good? Let me know. I want to watch it. It's on my to-do list. Let me know. Claudia Rojan, remember when your ex-girlfriend shot Roman candles at you for the ice bucket challenge? Why the hell did you do that? Was it for comedic effect? Yeah, why the fuck not? I was like, oh, everyone's dumping a bucket of ice water over their head? That's easy. Anyone can do that. How about if you shoot me with projectile flaming things? That makes it a challenge. So yeah, that's why I did it. UC Pekka Silverton. I feel like I've said your name wrong every time, man. Hey, John, greetings from Finland. I love you, man. Well, I love you too. Is it UC or Juicy? What is your favorite movie? I personally love The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson. It's the best. Yeah, I like The Lighthouse a lot. That was a great movie. Also shot in 4:3 aspect or square aspect ratio like the Justice League Snyder Cut will be. I would Nightcrawler. That is always that is my favorite movie of all time. That movie felt like it was made for me. Night King 01, I meant in a guilty pleasure way. Oh, I know you meant that's the only way you could say you like Street Fighter is in a guilty pleasure way. I knew what you meant, man. Michael says, I never answered his question. I don't know where these questions are going, guys. Oh, Mike. I did, Michael. You asked about Willy's Wonderland. I answered that. Unless you asked something else. I ask it again right now. I don't know what's happening then. Have you seen Cherry? No. I don't want to watch it. Did anyone like that movie? Favorite Child's Play movie? Probably the first one. The third one's sort of a guilty pleasure where they go to like the fun house at the end of the movie. The second one's, I would say the first one. But I was never a hardcore Child's Play fan. What 4K TV do you currently have, John? I have an LG 65-inch OLED TV. I need to get a different one because it has something called vertical banding, and if you see like the same color, like if you see like a blue ocean and the camera pans, you can see like a row of pixels are slightly like discolored. And I don't know if that was some kind of like something that's I've owned the TV since 2017. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I moved or something, or they're wearing out the panel. I don't know, but I need to get a different one. Do you like The Man in the Iron Mask? I do like The Man in the Iron Mask. I like that movie. That is a truly underrated Leo movie. I really enjoy it. That came out in 98. And I remember me and my cousin went to see a double feature at the theater. We saw The Wedding Singer and The Man in the Iron Mask. And I always enjoyed that. Like, it had the Three Musketeers vibe to it. I just like time period movies. I always really enjoyed it. I occasionally rewatch it every once in a while. Someone said Man in the Iron Mask is trash. I like a Man in the Iron Mask. Michael, Timmy, isn't it weird how Cool Duder started Blu-ray YouTube, yet pretty much every channel that looked up to him has passed him? Yeah, I don't know. You gotta occasionally do things outside of the niche that you do. Like, it's okay to have a niche or a niche. I call it a niche, but a niche. But you gotta like step outside of that and do something different occasionally to grow and expand. That might be why, but I still like Cool Duder, man. I remember he was the first YouTube channel I ever subscribed to. Night King 01, from all reports, Clarice is trash. Damn it. Why couldn't that have been good? Beatrice Chaswick, what do you think the chances are of Flashpoint alternate reality tie both versions of Justice League so they're both technically canon? Just a thought. I think that's what they're going to do. I mean, with the Flashpoint paradox, you can pretty much you redo whatever you want, make whatever you want a reality. And I think that's the only way they're going to be able to clean up their mistakes in the past is doing that. So I think that's a good chance of happening. Are you excited for The Matrix 4? Sort of, but the Wachowskis have not directed anything great in like 20 years. So, yeah, your forehead is shiny. Fuck yeah, it is. It's like a disco ball. Maybe it's because I'm wearing a hoodie under bright lights talking for 2.5 hours. That could possibly be. Maybe the caffeine's going to my blood. I don't know. Can you see your future in it? OLED looks amazing, but it has problems sometimes. No, the problems with OLED are few and far between. I mean, the only thing you can say is it has is burn-in, but if you put on pixel shifting with your OLED, you're not going to... I've had mine. I've never had burn-in. I've owned it for 4 years. And if you want the best picture quality, go with OLED. Are you holding AMC stock? I have like $8 in AMC stock. It might go up $2 more, but it's all hype and bullshit. It's going to come crashing down sooner or later. Claudia Roguejohn, do you prefer Man in the Iron Mask or Three Musketeers? I think Three Musketeers has a special place in my heart, but I think Man in the Iron Mask is easily the better movie. Plus, Leo's great in that movie. I prefer to eat alone. Cool Duder is the best Blu-ray YouTuber. I'm glad you enjoy him. I would say Flick Trips are better. All right. But no, he's awesome. I like him. Do Buffalo Bill ordering a pizza? Can I get a large pepperoni pizza? Why am I doing a Nicolas Cage impression? No. Michael says, I have a Down syndrome adult. I'm a big fan of you. Well, thanks, man. Thanks, Michael. John, get a Sony OLED. They're fantastic. I'll stick with an LG OLED. Oh, Sony OLEDs they're too overpriced, man. How many times have you rage quit in Call of Duty Warzone? Fucking every 98% of the time. 98% of the time. I have a method for Call of Duty Warzone. What I do, so I don't want to I don't want to try. Like, people try way too hard in video games anymore. Like, they try too hard. Everyone wants to be like a professional gamer. I don't give a shit about that. What I do in Warzone is I get in one of the big armored trucks, and what I do is I like get my loadout, I get some good guns and shit, and then I put a trophy on top of the armored vehicle, and I just drive around the outskirts of the map the entire game and just try to run over people until the circle closes in. That's what I do. That's the only way I can enjoy that game. Claudia Rowe, John 3 Musketeers has a special place in my heart too, as it should everyone's heart. I mean, Oliver Platt, Chris O'Donnell, you gotta love it. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up the live show here. By the way, what cameras do you use, John? My eye itches. My eye itches. Do you watch Dr. Disrespect? I don't watch Twitch, or I don't watch people on Twitch ever. I know Dr. Disrespect's on YouTube. I'm not really into streaming people. I'm just not into it. Well, I'm streaming right now. I'm not into gaming, like watching people play video games. I don't know why. I'm just not into it. But as far as which camera I use a Sony A6400, and I hooked that up to a 4K Elgato cam link. That's why the live stream looks so crispy and juicy. That's what I use. On my last Flick Trip video, I use a GoPro 9. Those are the two cameras I currently use. So. Have you ever had any incidents with haters, John? Someone asked that. No, I mean, occasionally get a troll or two that leave a comment or a few messages, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy over the years. I don't know. Like, how the fuck can you hate me? I mean, I guess it's pretty easy, but I don't know. I just never indulge into it. So no, no one crazy. I've heard some crazy stories about people that have had trolling over the years, and I've just never had that. I don't know. Kind of feel left out. Okay, this is the last question, guys, and then I'm going to wrap it up here. Claudia Roja, Chris O'Donnell's Robin suit in Forever is amazing. Yeah, a cod piece about this big. Yeah, Chris O'Donnell's Robin suit was just something else, man. That cod piece. Jesus. John, show us the new table. What do you mean the new? Oh, you mean my new desk? Yeah, I'm going to have a video showing you guys my setup of my desk. I put it together. It's nice. I enjoy it. I like it. It's hard for me to show it to you on the camera because it's on a tripod thing. But nevertheless, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. It means a lot that you guys just came in or hung out for a few hours on Friday night. And I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Go watch a movie. Go watch Training Day right now. Or go watch the new Flick Trip. Or if you like The Walking Dead, go watch the brand new Flick Pick video I just put out today. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for the questions. Just thanks for watching. It really does mean a lot. And I will see you guys in a few more days with another live stream. And I have another video that I'm trying to put together. And I think it's ready to go. And so look out for that. I'm going to let my dog go poop. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.